Welcome back, everybody. Glad that you could be here. Today, I thought we'd just have more of a chat about what I plan to do in terms of travel over the next 12 months and where I plan to take you along with me. As I record this right now, it's late September and it is hot outside. And as I'm looking back over the past year and the places that I've gone, I realize I haven't done anywhere near as much space age travel as I had hoped, or just travel in general. Yes, I just got back from a trip to Hawaii, and I have a trip to Mazatlán on the schedule for October next month, but I'm just feeling like I haven't done the amount of travel that I want to do and that I want to profile here on the channel. So I just thought this might be a good time to sit down with you and have a conversation about my travel plans for the next 12 months or so, looking at military space A as well as regular travel. Now I know what you're probably thinking, what's this? You're talking about regular travel, not just Space A? Isn't this a Space A travel channel? Well, no. While I do try to cover Space A topics in detail and share those trips with you, this is not just a Space A channel. We're going to be covering all kinds of things. So I'm glad you're here to join me. So I know the question you're asking. Exactly what kind of travel are you talking about this next year, Cliff? That's a good question, and thank you for asking. I'll give you a little overview and the whole list of what I have in mind and break it down, which destinations are likely to be military space aid trips and which destinations are just going to be regular travel adventures. So here's the list as of right now. We're going to go to Mazatlán, Mexico. I'd like to get over to Hawaii again, Seattle, Washington, Anchorage, Alaska, multiple destinations in Texas, including San Antonio and Austin for sure, Philadelphia and New York City, Charleston, South Carolina, and the Florida Gulf Coast. So as I said, we're going to Mazatlán, Mexico in October. That is a regular trip that we take more or less annually because we have a timeshare property there. It's a destination that we absolutely love and a great place to unwind. And of course, I'm going to profile that trip as well as an overview of the resort here on the channel. I also have in mind to go to Playa del Carmen, Mexico because, for one, I've never been to the Yucatán Peninsula of Mexico, and that entire region is full of great places to see and visit, as well as archaeological and ancient sites to check out. And those are things that I'd like to bring to and share with you here on this channel, because I think it's an amazing region. Let's talk about San Diego. It's an easy destination from Sacramento, inexpensive, and there's tons of things to do there. For that trip, I plan to take our new little camp trailer. It's small, but it suits our needs perfectly. My plan is to set up operations on North Island Naval Air Station there in San Diego. They have a RV camp with full hookups right on the water, and it's a perfect location to jump off to see all of the sites in the surrounding area. On the agenda is the Marine Park, the zoo, the beach, and of course the historic gas lamp district, with tons of great places to eat and things to see and do. It also happens to be just a few short miles away from Tijuana, Mexico. So that's just a great opportunity to jump across the border and see a city and region in Mexico that I haven't seen yet and share that here on the channel as well. Tijuana is interesting because it's become sort of a destination for medical and dental procedures for a lot of Americans living on the southwest border. I think it'd be kind of interesting to check out what that's about and why it's happening. I haven't done a ton of research into it, but I do know it's become a major destination for a lot of retirees like me. Hawaii is on the list again. Now, I've been to Oahu about 4 times. It's fantastic, but I really want to see some of the other islands. And so this is an opportunity this year for me to prioritize getting back to Hawaii and seeing the other islands. And there's an Army camp right on the volcano on the Big Island that I want to be able to go check out. It's a military-sponsored recreation center, and it's right on the edge of the volcano, which may or may not be a good idea, but I want to go. Sometimes some of the funnest things to do aren't necessarily the best ideas, but they are fun. Seattle, Washington is on the list as well because the entire surrounding region is full of great destinations and things to see and do. Mount Rainier and the park system is incredible up there. And because it's just a short distance from Joint Base Lewis McChord, there are tons of available flights between Travis Air Force Base and Joint Base Lewis McChord. So it should be an easy trip to get up there. We'll see how easy it is to get back. It may be an Amtrak operation. And the only way to find out is to go. It also represents an opportunity to fly up and do what we're going to do on the ground, and then potentially take an Amtrak back to California. I've never taken Amtrak before, but that could be an adventure. Anchorage, Alaska is also on the list. I've never been to Alaska. This would be an easy Space A trip, and one that I would, of course, profile here on the channel, because there are tons of flights between Travis Air Force Base and Joint Base Elmendorf Richardson up in Alaska. And that's just outside of Anchorage. And there's tons of things to do and see, and incredible wildlife and scenic views to go check out. Maybe we'll go chase some bears. How are we going to get back from Anchorage, Alaska? We don't know that just yet. It could be a Space A opportunity, or it might be a commercial flight. I don't know. That's part of the Space A adventure. And I have 2 or 3 destinations in Texas that I want to get to. There are tons of flights between Travis Air Force Base and Kelly Airfield at Joint Base Lackland in San Antonio, Texas. And the significance of this particular location is that Kelly Field is just about 89 miles south of Austin, Texas, which is one of the locations of Terry Black's barbecue. Do you need a better reason to go to Texas than to sample Texas barbecue? I don't think so. That's why we're going, and I'm going to bring you along for the experience. It's going to be life-changing, and you're invited. Now, it's hard for me to express just how much I love barbecue and smoking meat. Yes, I have a Pit Boss pellet smoker. I also have a standard issue grill, as well as a Weber grill. But what I found is there's no substitute for this homemade contraption, an old-fashioned charcoal, when smoking 1 or more tri-tips. And in fact, this rusty old barrel can do up to 14 tri-tips at a time. They come out perfect. It is tri-tip nirvana. Now let's talk about Philadelphia and New York City. There are frequent flights from Travis Air Force Base to Joint Base McGuire-Dix in New Jersey. The significance of the location of Joint Base McGuire-Dix is that it's almost exactly 1 hour's drive from South Philadelphia. South Philadelphia has the greatest concentration of world-class Philly cheesesteaks on the planet. Now, I know at your local restaurant you might go and order a Philly cheesesteak. You're not getting a Philly cheesesteak. Not really. For the authentic thing, you have to go to Philadelphia, specifically South Philadelphia, where, according to what I understand, the quality of the cheesesteak experience is in direct relation to the amount of risk that you expose yourself to. So why are we flying to Joint Base Dix McGuire again? For the cheesesteak, of course. And I'm taking you along. From there, we'll go overland to New York City and check out what's going on there. And I'll bring all that back to you here on the channel. So that particular Space A trip would be a combined city or regional trip that would probably take a week or 2. But I'm absolutely committed to making this happen and bringing you along. My bride and I were married in Philadelphia, and so I've actually experienced the goodness that is the Philadelphia cheesesteak experience. So I speak with some authority. It's going to be fantastic. That takes us to Charleston, South Carolina. It's on the list because there are a lot of flights going from Travis Air Force Base to Joint Base Charleston, and there's a ton of great things to do there. Authentic Southern food and a huge seafood scene, and some really amazing historical and interesting things to see. So we're going to go check it out and bring those things back here to share with you on the channel. And I mentioned Florida's Gulf Coast. I'd like to take a Space A flight to Florida's Gulf Coast. I was stationed for 4 years at Fort Benning, Georgia. I like to refer to it as Fort Benning's School for Boys, home of the infantry, now I guess home of the armor as well. But while stationed there for years, we would make an annual pilgrimage down to Panama City, Florida. There are amazing beaches and things to do and see there, as well as a pretty great food scene. So we're gonna go down there and check it out. And if I can swing it on this trip to Florida's Gulf Coast, I'm gonna rent a car and drive all the way down the Florida Keys to Key West, Florida. The reason being, I want to stop by Naval Air Station Key West because they have a great fam camp there. We have almost 200 RV campsites, and my goal is to check the place out and prepare for a long-term 1-month visit there with our little camp trailer. I think that would be a blast. So that might seem like a lot of destinations on my travel list for this year. But you know what? I think I'm going to get aggressive. I'm going to make it happen and share all of it right here on the channel with you. And it's probably more likely that I'll go beyond those destinations that I've listed here today, because there are travel opportunities that just pop up. So if you have travel goals for this next year, I'm going to invite you to share with us what your travel goals are for this next year in the comment section below. Or if you've been to any of the destinations that I've listed and want to give me suggestions as to where you think I should go, let me know in the comments below. Again, thank you for being here today and for supporting this channel. It means a great deal to me. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps this channel a lot. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.